in our parking lot and decide whether to grant the order or dismiss it. We walked through security and sat on a bench outside the courtroom, Dad's leg bouncing the whole time, and then Mark actually showed up with some lawyer in a cheap suit. My stomach dropped because I'd half convinced myself he wouldn't bother, that he'd just let the order go through, but there he was, looking self-righteous and angry. The bailiff called our case, and we filed into the courtroom, Mark and his lawyer on one side, and us with Artemisia on the other. The judge asked Mark's lawyer to present first, and the guy claimed Mark never threatened us, that he was just checking on family after a difficult situation, and we were overreacting. Artemisia stood up and walked the judge through the police report, the documented pattern of harassment, the timing of Mark's appearance right after we started legal proceedings. The judge read through the report for what felt like forever, then looked at Mark and asked if he had any legitimate reason to be in our parking lot at night. Mark started talking about family obligations, and the judge cut him off, said the evidence showed a pattern of intimidation, and granted a limited order requiring Mark to stay 500 feet away from us for 6 months. We walked out, and I felt this weird mix of relief and disappointment because 6 months felt both like protection and like not enough. But Artemisia said it was a solid win, and any violations would mean jail time. The VA scheduled Dad's representative payee interview for Wednesday, and we drove over to Palmer for the appointment. A social worker I hadn't met before brought Dad into an office alone, and I sat in the waiting room for 40 minutes checking my phone every 2 minutes. When Dad came out, he looked tired, but okay, said they asked who he wanted managing his benefits, and he told them me without hesitating. The social worker called me in after and explained there was a process, that I'd need to complete training modules and submit paperwork, but Dad's clear statement of preference carried significant weight in their decision. She handed me a folder with training information and said they'd be in touch about next steps, that the goal was to finalize everything within a month. I thanked her, and we left. Dad quiet in the passenger